Fallon, good to see you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Drug dealing, weed smoking, and flunked out of school. Those are just a few of the ways Tina describes her sons, Matt and Mike. Tina says things are so bad at home, she wishes she never had children.
My family's spinning out of control. Matthew is angry all the time. Michael's a pathological professional liar. Matthew is a disrespectful little punk. He just doesn't like to follow rules. He doesn't like anybody having to tell him what to do.
I'm about to flip out, so I'm going to leave because I'm not ready to knock their little asses out.
They have absolutely no respect for adults or any authority whatsoever. My relationship with Matthew is turning sour every day. He frustrates me beyond belief.
He calls us stupid. He gets right in my face and yells, "I hate you. You're nothing but a no-good mother," just because we told him no. He did fabulous like the first month. Then this year he failed out of school. And then all of a sudden, he's got an F in this, he's got an F in that. He just doesn't care.
I describe Michael as dumb.
Both my boys are into drugs.
We know Mike smokes marijuana. He's also admitted he has tried cocaine.
You guys think pot's a gateway drug, honestly?
Pot since high school. Have I tried heroin? Not once.
Michael will drive after he's had a few drinks. He also drives high. And Matthew does the same thing. When Matthew got his license, he promised me that he wouldn't drive stoned like his brother. I said to him, "Whatever happened to that promise?" I'll say, "Michael, your car smells like dope. It smells like a pot factory in there. It's disgusting. He's got a brand new car, and it looks like he's homeless." My husband and I decided to kick Michael out of the house after he came home stoned and attacked my husband. Just this week, Matt has left home to stay with his brother.
As far as Michael goes, right now I'm done with him. He can stay out of the house and my life. Matthew is only 16. He's still my responsibility. But if he continues down this road, I've got absolutely no problem with signing off parental rights and letting him be a ward of the state.
I want to come to your house for Thanksgiving. You guys are really in chaos.
We are.
We are absolute chaos.
Uh-huh. You adopted these boys last year, right?
No, they're our biological sons.
Oh, you raised them.
We did, believe it or not.
Yeah, believe it or not.
So you have ownership in who they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't adopt them.
No,
it wasn't somebody else that screwed them up. It was you.
Apparently, yes.
Yep.
Have you been consistent over the years? Do you stick to what you say or do you cave?
We end up caving with them. We tried absolutely cave with them. We spoiled them beyond belief.
And so they have become entitled.
Yes, they have.
Yes.
Entitled to the point that a 16-year-old boy stands in his mother's face and tells her to go herself.
Uh-huh.
That's entitled.
Yes.
Your 16-year-old is driving under the influence. He's driving, you think, having smoked marijuana.
Yes, I know that for a fact.
Okay. Where does he work?
He works at a local ski mountain.
Uh-huh. And he made enough money to buy a car.
He did buy his own car, but then it didn't pass inspection. So he either uses my car or we take him. Once I found out what he was doing, I don't let him use my car.
Okay, so he was driving your car.
Yeah, and I didn't know he was doing that until some of our friends had said, look, Matt's really taking advantage of you with your car, and he's driving stoned. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I told him, I said, you're not using my car anymore.
And we could smell we ended up, he got so comfortable with it that he was smoking in the car that we could smell it in the car. The car was stunk.
He says you let him drink at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's 16.
We don't allow him to drink. We don't give him a beer.
My mindset on that was that I don't want him out. All 16-year-olds are going to drink. They're going to try different things. So if he thinks he needs to have a beer, I'd just soon have him do it at home under my control rather than out with his buddies and getting it and
driving around,
or riding with other people.
Let me ask you this then. You'd rather have him drink at home than drink somewhere else.
That was my thought process. That's what I was in hopes it would do, but it hasn't done that.
I've taken his beer or drink before and dumped it down the sink, and he'll look at me and he'll go right out and get another one. And I'm like, come on, seriously, where are you getting half of this stuff from?
You in particular have written, what, 12 times? And we interviewed you for hours. These are the words that you use in your interviews and letters. Spinning out of control. I'm living in a prison. This is the worst baby. I may have a heart attack. I would have never had kids. It makes me sick. This is a horrible baby. It's a living nightmare. I can't do this. It's horrible. I've had enough. Ready to check out. Can't stand it. I'm living in a prison. Words are powerful. You say horrible. You say horrible?
Yep. Horrible.
In my training, I did rotations in the children's burn unit where a 2-year-old has full-depth burns. That's horrible. You having conflict with your healthy, robust son in a nice, warm, and dry house is not horrible.
No.
It's inconvenient. It's a challenge.
It is a challenge.
But it's not horrible. You have to tone down the rhetoric for yourself. You said, I'm done. I'm done. You guys have to realize, one, in coming here, you're not going to be alone. Whatever we do, when I work with people here and you leave, this is just the beginning of our relationship. Everywhere else, it would be the end. Hi, bye, nice knowing you. This is just the beginning. Reinforcements have arrived. This is not a small point. Words are powerful. Say what you mean and mean what you say. We've got to tone down the rhetoric. Brothers Mike and Matt say their mom Tina's parenting style is ridiculous and have even been asked by friends if she's mentally ill. We'll meet them after the break.
My mom is a psycho and exaggerates everything.
Tina always thinks the worst of Mike and I because we smoke pot. She's overreacting. Like, it's a plant.
And later,
I don't know whether to believe her or not. They literally kicked me out like 12 times. I'm not allowed in the house. I have a restraining order. Makes sense, huh?
My kids are little thieves because they've taken money from us.
Tina, a couple weeks ago, had $120 stashed in the freezer, and she went to get the money, and the money was gone. Tina and I absolutely suspect that one of the boys stole that $120 out of the freezer.
Matt always seems to have money on him. My husband installed extra security locks and security camera as well. My kids don't have keys to our house, but it's gotten to the point where we don't even trust the kids.
Tina and David say their sons steal money, smoke pot, deal drugs, and make their lives a living hell. But brothers Mike and Matt say their parents are the ones who need my help. Take a look.
I'm mad at my mom. It's always Tina's way or the highway. There's no in between because she's always nagging at me for smoking weed.
Tina always thinks the worst of Mike and I because we smoke pot. She's overreacting. Like, it's a plant. I don't want to be here. Like Dr. Phil for smoking pot, honestly, get a grip. You guys are so dumb. Yeah. Pot. My parents do let me drink at the house, but when it comes to smoking pot, they're like, oh my God, you are Satan.
My mom automatically assumes I'm a drug dealer because I smoke weed, and she thinks if you smoke weed, you deal drugs.
They seriously do treat pot like it's meth.
My mom is a psycho and exaggerates everything.
People do ask me if she has mental illnesses, and I'm like, yeah. I started calling my mom Tina because I really don't even think of her as a mom now, or my dad. That's her complete. My dad has a very short temper.
When we would get in heated battles at the house, I have heard both of them say, I hate you.
My dad tells me that he hates me, shouldn't have been born. My mom tells me I'm stupid. I'm mad at Tina because she's always nagging at me. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Like, shut up. I don't need to tell you. I want my own privacy. I mean, she goes to my room all the time. My mom put a tracker on my phone and my car. I actually had to get rid of my iPhone, snapped her right in half because she was always tracking my messages. It's pretty creepy the way she spies on us. I left a couple days ago because my parents are psycho. I'm staying with my brother because there's a lot less drama. Mike and I just have a wicked close bond, so it works well.
Matt and I are not having this anymore. I'm 21. I'll do what the hell I want.
What do you think about being here? What do you hope to accomplish, if anything?
Well, I don't think we should really be here. I thought it was a scam when we got the phone call. Just complete and utter crap why we're here. Like, we shouldn't even be here right now. It's over pot and yelling at each other and, you know. Can I just ask the audience a quick question? Yeah?
Sure.
How many of you guys have smoked weed in your life? Raise your hands. One?
They're not going to tell you.
Why not?
No, wait a minute. You got one hand, and that's not accurate.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you're right.
In your state, it's not legal, correct?
Medical, it's legal.
Do you have a prescription for it?
Nope.
So you're smoking it illegally?
Yeah, like everyone does.
How do you feel about being here?
I don't even want to be here, honestly.
Yeah. I'm not surprised about that. I've said before you came out, I don't think this is a Mike and Matt problem. I think this is a family problem. This isn't a Mike and Matt problem. You know, Matt, whatever your relationship is with your mother, you guys have defined it. You've worked it out that way.
Yeah, I guess.
Tell me what entitles you in your mind to stand in your mother's face and scream and tell her to go bleep off.
Let's see. She usually starts the fights. Like, I'll come downstairs and something will be going on. Either Mike and them will be in a fight and I'll get in on it because it pisses me off how they're always going after us. And then I ended up getting screamed at, and then everybody screams.
Do you think it's becoming to you to behave that way?
No.
Do you think that's a macho thing, a flattering thing? It's becoming to you?
No. I mean, if I wanted to act that way all the time, I would be right now, but, you know.
When we get in our fights, it's normally when they've come home, or he's driven home and he's high, or come home.
Dude, I don't
Oh
even
my
drive
God.
anymore. Mike
Here we
brings
go.
me everywhere.
What's going to happen
No
if...
worse than him cracking a beer and driving.
Or me sitting at the house drinking a beer like you guys let us.
And then going out for
or
drinks.
like when you guys let us smoke pot during the summer and then my room smelled like it. You guys have taken this way too far.
Matthew, we tried taking the pot away from him.
Oh,
Tina, you literally told me that we could smoke pot. You both
I
did.
did not tell you
You both
anything.
did.
What I did was I said, I know you're going to do it, so you're going to do it in a controlled environment. I didn't say do it in the house because I don't like
I never did it in the house.
smoke in the house.
By the way,
I never did it in the house. I've never smoked in the house, actually.
By the way, I'm not a lawyer. I don't mean to brag, but I'm not. But you are contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Yes.
That's a crime.
Yeah.
You are eliciting, maintaining, or allowing an underage child to use controlled substances.
Yes, but yeah, you're absolutely right. And my mindset was if I could let him do it in a controlled environment, at least I had some control over it. But every time you give them an inch,
Just like any other teenager.
talking about the boundaries, they have to take it another step further.
Yeah. I think you were well intended. But I believe you are 100% wrong. Do you see that now?
Yes.
Next, find out how a little bathroom accident caused a bloody family brawl and landed Mike in jail. We'll talk about that after this.
Police have been to our house. They came one night. Michael started getting belligerent, and I called the police to have him removed, and then he attacked me.
Michael attacked David and threw him to the floor and was choking him. And all I could hear with my husband was, help, help. And I was like, oh my goodness, he's gonna kill his father.
And later, you looked at some text messages.
Yeah. You want us to read your messages, Mom?
How would you find those messages then if you don't?
My parents have called the cops on me several times.
They've called the cops on us at least 3 times or more. My mom always calls the cops on me for my clothes reeking like pot. My parents don't want me to go to jail, but they're trying to get me caught and stuff. How's that working out for you?
Police have been to our house. They came one night. Michael drove home extremely intoxicated and then decided he was going back out, and I ended up hitting him. On another occasion, Matthew, Tina, and I were all upstairs in bed, and all of a sudden there was all this commotion out in the hallway.
I hear Matt open his room and he goes, your son just peed all over my floor.
My dad got all physical with him.
He started getting belligerent, and I called the police to have him removed, and then he attacked me.
Michael attacked David and threw him to the floor and was choking him. And all I could hear with my husband was, help, help. And I was like, oh my goodness, he's gonna kill his father.
My dad's like, make a move, make a move. So Mike made a move, put him in a headlock. My dad to come in, and then Mike and I got in a fight.
Matthew punched him in the nose and caused quite the bloody mess there. It was scary.
Michael was in a complete trance. We believe he was on some kind of drug that night.
Mike, let me ask you, why do you think there's so much anger in this situation? Because everybody seems hair-triggered.
It's mostly because we're not a good family, I don't think. Due to the fact that we can't even have a civil conversation together.
And why can't you?
Because whenever we try to have a conversation, it starts getting heated and everybody starts yelling. And now I just don't care. I really don't anymore because I know the family's failed.
When you start a conversation, how does it escalate to hostility?
You smell like weed? Or have you been drinking? I'm 21, I can drink all the hell I want, you know? And I'm 21, I'm out of your house, I can smoke if I want.
They're the one that kicked you out.
Yeah.
Why do they even want you back?
It literally kicked me out like 12 times and said don't come back, and then they invite me back into the house. Makes sense, huh?
Yeah, double message.
Yeah.
Double message. Why do you think it deteriorates to a conflict instead of a conversation?
Literally, that's all we do is fight. We never even talk. We don't even have family dinners anymore. We don't go out for dinner. We don't do anything anymore. All it consists of is fighting at the house. I don't even know how it starts. It just starts. It's either with, you smell like weed, have you been smoking, your eyes look glazed, your eyes look red. It's like, okay, what's the difference? You guys know I smoke, and why are you gonna get hostile about it? It's like, it's been happening since, Christ, 6th grade.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like,
6th grade.
yeah.
This is nothing new to you. You want a plunger so you can bring up some more old?
How do you get along in the rest of the world?
Fine.
If it's
Perfectly
situation
fine.
specific, then you get along.
Perfectly fine.
get along
I get along with
perfectly
anyone.
fine.
Other.
Friends?
Perfect. Yes.
Friends, fine.
Girlfriends, teams, sports, pickup
Oh, yeah.
games, whatever.
Yeah.
You get along fine.
Yeah, everybody loves me, honestly. Everybody thinks we're such great kids.
Yeah.
And then we come home and get bitched at for being horrible kids.
Yeah.
So
How you doing in school?
I'm doing good in school, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 10th.
Are you in the school you started in? Mm-mm. Why not?
Because I get way too distracted with other people. I can't focus on my work. So I decided to try out a new school. It's 3 hours a day. It's all online. But it's just like me and a computer, so I can focus more.
Well, I have records that say you were kicked out of the school.
What school?
He wasn't kicked out, he failed out. You had failed every class, Matt. And it was either...
Yes, like I said, because I got way too distracted.
He
And
just
I
asked
want,
you how your grades were.
They're
In
fine.
charter,
They're
fine.
fine in school now.
When you show up,
I don't know whether to believe her or not because she always exaggerates about this stuff.
I made a list, and I'll just show it to you. I'm sick of this. It was horrible. I can't stand it. I'm going to have a stroke, tearing the marriage apart. These are words are powerful, and words are powerful. And when you say powerful words, even to yourself, then you react accordingly. And I've gotten her attention here that if she talks to herself that way, she is right on the brink of blowing up, and you can come in and say, "Hi, Mom," and she just blow up on you. I get it. So the rhetoric has to tone down, but you've got to take the chip off your shoulders if this is going to improve. And you say you don't care whether it improves or not, you're gone.
I'm gone. They can do what they want. This isn't even half the stuff.
Oh, I know. I only have 57 feet.
Yeah, I know.
There are a lot more. I just picked representative ones. All right, we're going to take a break for a minute. Mike says he always thought his mom was a bit psycho, but find out what she did that convinced him she definitely is.
my gut just told me something was up. And I said to Dave, I said, go see what he's doing.
You think he's dealing drugs, son?
I do.
My brother picked me up from school one day, and my dad ended up calling the cops on him.
My father filed a restraining order on me due to the fact that Matt and I were hanging out too much, in his opinion.
I had him arrested for interference with custody. Matthew was supposed to be in school. Michael called me on his phone, and I said, he needs to go back to school.
Matt and I are brothers. We can hang out if we want to.
Well, Mike says his parents will do anything to keep him and his brother apart because they think he's a bad influence. Is that true?
We don't try to keep them apart, but when Matt's supposed to be in school, my gut just told me something was up. And I said to Dave, I said, go see what he's doing. And sure as heck, Michael had driven up and Matt met him at the gas station, and Matt was in the car and got him out of school early. Matt can't afford to lose any more schooling.
You think he's dealing drugs some?
I do.
Are you?
No.
Well, you looked at some text messages.
Yep.
A friend writes, how long will it take you to get rid of it? Mike, I don't know, not that long. I'm waiting so I can sell a quarter. Friend, okay. Mike, I have a bunch of people that want 20. Friend, sell the ones for 20. Mike, I was planning on it, or 0.5. Ha ha. What do you think I do when I get the 20 from you? Mike, ha ha. You have a scale?
Okay.
I don't think that's
See, and this is
handy
another
or
reason. She
something.
literally goes behind their backs and like reads our messages.
Yeah,
and
literally.
stuff.
I
Do you want us to read your messages, Mom?
How would you find those messages then if you don't read our messages?
Tell me how it does. It comes in either on my
No,
iPad
tell me
or on
that-
the...
Exactly.
No, you have to
Take it
really
off.
search for that. You say you don't know how, but yet you do it. How?
I don't
How?
know. When you
I've
guys
showed-
set up your new
I've showed
phone.
you so many times how to take that off. And
Whatever.
you still haven't.
Whatever.
I don't use the
Yeah,
Mac.
and this
Hence
is the
why
other
I got
thing.
rid
But
of my
let's talk
iPhone.
about the content of the message.
Yeah,
Is
it
that
is what
not
it is.
talking about dealing?
It is, just a little bit. I don't... laugh. It's fine. It's fine. But I really don't care. Because, one, why is she still going through my text messages when I'm not home?
I'm not. going
That's what I want.
text
How are
I'm
you
not.
getting them
How the
then?
hell did you get this then?
It's on her device.
It's on my laptop.
Well, don't
and
go through it.
It's mine.
It's
Yeah,
my
you never
messages.
use your laptop
I
anyway.
do too.
Lock her out. You don't want her to see
I
it.
can't. I'm not allowed in the house. I have a restraining order.
Remember?
Remember that?
Do you think that your brother is on the right path?
He can be. All you need to do is put your mind to it. He's on the right path, I think. He's a great kid. I don't see anything wrong. We smoke weed.
to the extent of ridiculousness. You don't smoke just a little bit.
Well, yeah.
Get on my level.
What does that mean?
Get on my level. Smoke as much as
They're
me.
here, they need to be here.
They smoke so much pot, Dr. Phil.
Okay. And you drink so much beer.
Not every day.
No, but when you do, you really catch up on it.
Well, I'm happy to talk to him about that when we finish talking about this. But you're 16.
Correct.
And have you driven under the influence?
A couple of times. I'm not going to say that I haven't. Like a couple of times I have, yes, but I don't do it a lot. Maximum maybe 5 times.
It's normal. It's nothing.
It's not normal
It's nothing.
until you end up killing someone.
Should we go again with the, he's cracked open beers and driven. How is that? How is that
Look,
driving
you're
like
just
that?
deflecting from the issue. If you're saying driving under the influence is nothing, it's not nothing.
It's not nothing
a
because
crime, and
yes.
it puts people's lives at risk, and you don't have the right to do that.
Okay, so tell him too. Tell him too. Because I'm not the only one doing it.
I tell all of you.
I'm not the only one doing it. They're just making it look like I'm the only one doing it.
If he's driving and drinking, I tell you, you don't have the right to do that. If you are, you don't have the right to do that.
Neither does he.
That's deflecting. You don't have the right to do it, and you need to
Okay,
acknowledge that.
I don't have the right to do it.
Christ.
What?
I said, just say yes so he'll stop yelling.
You are digging yourself a hole.
Okay.
I am trying to talk to you.
Okay.
And you want to be belligerent about it.
I'm not being belligerent.
What entitles you to smoke dope at 16 when it is not legal and drive a car under the influence of that illegal drug? What makes you so special that you give yourself permission to do that?
Well, because I guess I did. Simple as that, I guess.
And he doesn't have a car anymore.
Yeah. So I don't even drive really anymore, so.
And later, you have no intention of changing what you're doing at this point, right?
I mean, I feel like I'm not even doing anything that bad. Even if I was doing heroin or something, maybe, yeah.
I grew up in a great home. I had a great childhood.
We used to do everything together. We would go camping to Cape Cod every summer, to go fishing.
Mike and I pretty much, we got whatever we wanted when we were younger. My mom and I used to have a wicked bond.
I got anything I wanted whenever I wanted. They would just do it.
We had a wonderful life. Now, all of a sudden, we can't even go out to dinner. We can't even be in the same room.
Well, Tina wrote into the show 12 times saying she was desperate for help with her family. And interestingly enough, she did mention the boys, but she did not single them out. This is a broken family. It's not working at all. What's your ownership in this being a broken family?
What do you mean, my ownership? Like,
Anytime you get into a relationship, you either contribute to it or you contaminate it.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing to contaminate this family?
probably smoking weed, I guess, since it's horrible. I guess. I don't know. I really don't care either.
Do you love your mother?
Mm-hmm.
You love your dad?
I mean, just the other day on the phone, he told me he was hating me. He hated me and that he wanted to send me away. So apparently we hate each other, right?
We don't hate you. We hate the stuff that you do.
I wish I never
So
had
don't
you.
even
You
try.
kids are the worst. Okay, I've heard it before.
I've heard it. She said it to us.
Exactly.
I hate your behavior.
No, you said you hate us. There's a difference.
That's out of frustration and
Okay.
It's still a
Convert.
really bad thing to say to a child.
Strong word.
Absolutely.
It's a very bad thing to say to a child.
Yes, it is, and I
It's-
regret saying it.
They've got big ownership in this problem. This isn't just you guys. What's your ownership in this?
My ownership in this is no longer here because I am out of the house. But I believe I have had some part of it, mostly a lot of it. But like getting into pissing matches and whatnot, like yelling and whatnot, get wicked heated, you know, wicked fast.
Do you think smoking weed undermines you in any way?
What do you mean undermines?
Takes away from your motivation,
Yes. No, not
your
my
progress
motivation. No.
in this life?
No.
Would you be interested to know that there is a mountain of research that says at your age that your brain is changing?
I've heard it so many times, yes.
It's pruning itself. And if you introduce toxins, that it can dramatically change the way the brain rewires itself, and that can affect you for the rest of your life.
Yep. And drinking can ruin your liver for the rest of your life and cause cancer. Everything's going to kill you one of these days, so.
He
honestly,
tells me you can't be timid.
You can't be timid, that's the thing.
So you're just going to keep doing what you're doing?
Yeah, I'll smoke weed.
Hey, don't look at me like that. Don't roll your eyes.
You're the ones that brought us here.
Yeah.
You said that you've had ownership in this in the past, but not now. I suggest that you do have ownership in it now because you have influence over your brother.
Yeah, that's true.
And your brother flunked out of one school, is barely going to the other school. And
that's not my fault, though.
I didn't say it was your fault.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying you have the ability
To be the role model.
be a positive influence so he gets a degree, so he can go to the next level, so he can do something with his life.
Yeah, I have no doubt that he'll get his college degree, or I say his high school degree.
But you have no intention of changing what you're doing at this point, right?
I mean, I feel like I'm not even doing anything that bad. I mean, if I was doing heroin or something, maybe, yeah.
You want him to change this.
Yeah. I don't think it's okay.
You think this is going to go in a real bad way?
It is. Sooner or later, it's going to head down the wrong path.
It already has head down the wrong path.
Oh, yes,
Exactly.
it has.
Look at where we are
Where
right
are
now.
we, Mom? We're not
On
here
Dr.
for
Phil.
attention.
Matt, you can change your life.
I'm not going there. I'll just get kicked out. How about that?
Tina loves drama. She cannot live a day without it. Tina's parenting style is completely ridiculous. If Mike and I do something wrong, she used to post on Facebook about it all the time. I have the worst kids. My life's so bad. I wish I could start over. I think I need a divorce from my husband because of my kids.
I believe she was putting it out there because she wanted attention. I can't stand drama. I like to be on my own level, just chill.
Parents, I want to introduce you to Patrick Hawkins. He's the clinical director at Wilderness Treatment Center, which is a 60-day program for young men in Glacier National Park region of northwest Montana. This is a place that really has a powerful impact. It's a disruptive force to change the course of a young man's life. I think this would be an excellent fit for Matt. And I have a plan for you as parents that you need to go away as well. You have the ability to compel him to go to this. Matt, is this something you would
Nope.
like to do?
Nope. Not doing it. Am not. Nope. No way. Nope. No.
Is this something you want him to do?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because as parents...
I'll get kicked out. How about that? I'll just get kicked out. How about that?
That's a long walk.
Cool.
Matt, you can change your life.
I'm not going there.
You were always such
This
a good
is going to
kid.
change my life too,
Are you
right?
gonna go
Look at
somewhere
this.
too?
Yes,
See?
damn right. I'm going to recommend that you go to Onsite. And Onsite is the worldwide leader in intensive workshops and treatment specializing in emotional trauma. You're traumatized. Some by yourself, some by this war zone you're living in. Are you willing to do that?
Yes. Yep.
And,
Nope.
okay, you understand that's not your choice.
I'll get kicked out, like I said. I will get kicked out. If you don't believe me, watch me. Send me there, and you will find out.
Well, that level of maturity says a lot.
You're right, because I don't want to go.
I want nothing but the best for you.
Thank you, Dr. Phil.
You're welcome.
You're the real MVP.
Closed captioning provided by... A special thanks to Patrick Hawkins from the Wilderness Treatment Center, and a special thanks to Miles Adcox at Onsite. I'll tell you, I was going to do something with this young man right here, Mike, because I think he is smoking a lot of dope, and I don't think it's okay. I do think it has a profound effect on the brain, certainly the young brain, and you don't have to search very far to find peer review articles that say that. And for that reason, I asked T.J. Howard to be here. T.J. Howard is the corporate director of operations at Origins Behavioral Healthcare. And it is the nation's leading dual diagnosis treatment center. They offer sophisticated, gender-separate, and age-specific treatment programs for men and women, specializing in the treatment of addiction and trauma, and gives you the results that you get. Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to speak a little bit to Mike's situation. It looks like he's got a substance use disorder, and it looks like it's causing chaos in the family, and the whole family system needs to get well and get help. And he might have underlying mental health diagnosis to go along with that, and that would need to be treated at the same time.
If Matt does well and the parents do well, he may feel like the black sheep all of a sudden, right, and get motivated to get himself cleaned up. And we'll revisit it at that time.
Absolutely.
But I'm not going to waste a resource here on somebody that doesn't have the readiness. You guys are so gracious to help, so let's keep the door open. But I'm not extending that offer to him right now because I don't think he would appreciate it.
I agree 100%.
Because it is the gold standard, and I'm not going to waste it. So we'll see you next time.
Stuff my ego for food for show. Maybe you should go and give it a go. 'Cause everyone that we both know said you've been acting stranger than before. Your personality and our chemistry changed from 0 to 180 degrees. You lie about where you at, you promise never last, but then everyone deserves another chance. Your personality and our chemistry changed from 0 to 180 degrees. You lie about where you at, you promise never last, but then everyone deserves another chance. Just fix that glitch in your system for me and for yourself. I'll give you space, I'll give you time. Just fix that glitch in your system for me and for yourself. Just break away, egos aside. Stuff my ego for food for show. Maybe you should go and give it a go. 'Cause everyone that we both know said you've been acting stranger than before. Your Your personality and our chemistry changed from 0 to 180 degrees. You lie about where you at, you promise never last, but then everyone deserves another chance. Your personality and our chemistry changed from 0 to 180 degrees. You lie about where you at, you promise never last, but then everyone deserves another chance. Just fix that glitch in your system for me and for yourself. I'll give you space, I'll give you time. Just fix that glitch in your system for me and for yourself. Just break away, egos aside.